everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm back here in Old Ashippun, which is in beautiful Dodge County, Wisconsin. Just a second. I'm at the site of the historic Wittnebel Tavern. And if you weren't able to join our Facebook Live last week, let me tell you a little bit more about this project. So, Wittnebel's Tavern was a lively, vibrant gathering place from 1906 to 1987 here in Old Ashippun. And while it hasn't been open for a number of years, it's about to get a second life because we are going to move it down the street 27 miles to its new home at Old World, Wisconsin. Old World, Wisconsin is over 600 beautiful, picturesque acres with over 60 historic buildings that have all been preserved and are there for you to come and enjoy when you visit us. And Wittnebel's Tavern is going to be the newest building to join that group. And so today, to tell you a little bit about what this project is all about, I've got Devin Smith. And Devin is our project manager from Findorf, who's managing the Wittnebel Tavern move. And he's going to talk a little bit about how we've deconstructed this building and how we're going to move it and how we're going to put it back together once we get to Old World. So, hi Devin.
Hi Laura. Thanks for stopping by today.
Yeah, so Devin, tell us a little bit more. What do you do at Findorf?
So I'm a project manager with our special projects group.
Okay.
So we handle unique projects like this one, certainly this one.
Certainly this one. So we've got a little bit of road noise, so thanks for sticking with us. So I've been talking a lot about Wittnebel's Tavern, and you may have noticed by now that there is not actually a tavern behind me. And so you might be saying, what happened to that tavern? If you tuned in last week, it was right there. And today, it's just a big hole in the ground. So Devin, could you show us a little bit about the progression and what happened to this building?
Sure, can do. So we came out March of last year, 2020, and kind of took a look at the building, walked around it, and working with the Historical Society to move it down to the Old World, Wisconsin. Showed up here March of this year and started on site, and here we are today in May with the tavern deconstructed and in the backyard ready to be moved tomorrow. So
all right, and we've
a
got
couple
some
pictures here. So this is early on in the project where we actually have the garage being demoed here. The tavern is still on the foundation here. The house that was attached was taken down. Trees here, you'll see that were taken down, so we had room for our 80-ton crane that we brought in to lift the section. The next picture we have here is where the tavern was taken off the foundation and is sitting basically where we're standing right now here in the backyard. Basically our crane was sit here on site. The next picture we have here is where we use our crane to lift off the roof, the first section, and we started covering the second floor to protect it from the weather, so we're starting our staging process here.
And of course now, if you join us over here, you can see that the tavern is in 3 parts, and each of those parts are on trailers ready to go down the road tomorrow to Old World, Wisconsin, where they're going to end up in their new home. So this is a picture of what Wittnebel's will look like once it's at Old World, Wisconsin, and that's the building over there. And it's going to be part of a brewing experience presented by G. Heilman and the Cleary Cum family over at Old World, Wisconsin. So back over to Devin here, and thanks to our friends for holding our photos. So Devin, what has been the most challenging part of this project?
I think actually waiting for the day to come has been the biggest challenge. We've been all excited to be here and working through the process and getting to this point. We've been waiting. Also, obviously, salvaging as much of the tavern as possible for its historic presence. 115-year-old tavern. You got to save the parts for it, so we can put it back together and put it back in its history.
Yeah, that's a really important part. So maybe we could actually walk down here and you could show us a little bit more. But
watch your steps. It's a rocky side here.
Absolutely. Watch your step too.
When we arrived, we wanted to salvage as much of the building as possible. So we obviously cleared the space, got rid of the existing buildings, and we wanted to take out the wainscoting on the inside to salvage that, salvage as much as we can of the chimney that was existing, because obviously you can't move a masonry chimney that's intact. We took down the front porch and salvaged those materials so that could be recreated once it's back on site. After that, we came and foundation, we started putting some holes basically in the sections of the tavern so we could slip in beams for our crane to pick those sections. So once we had tension on it with our crane, we cut loose those sections first with the roof, then the second floor and the first floor, and we lifted those and we placed them on the floor.
Okay.
We have the first floor right here, covered, ready to go for transport. And we have the second floor and our roof over here that's remaining.
Wow, very cool. So they're ready to go, and tomorrow, right?
Correct.
So what is it going to be like tomorrow? What's the activity going to happen? Are there, patrol cars, or how are we going to do this?
So we worked with our contractor, Heritage Movers, and
Okay.
they are bringing their trucks. These are their trailers. They're going to be moving these sections of the building down to Old World tomorrow.
Okay.
There's a permit process with the state, and the state patrol is actually going to be guiding us down. So I think there's about 3 state patrol. They'll be leading us down Highway 67 all the way to Old World, Wisconsin.
All right, so when I think of this, I think, wide load, emergency flashers going. How fast are you really going to be going?
So depending on the volume of traffic that's in front of us or coming at us, and the turns, and where they're on the open stretch, we'll probably be going between 10 at the max, probably 35.
All right, don't get stuck behind that car. So, all right, I got one more question. Just, what's been the most interesting or perhaps unexpected part of this project for you?
Interesting, it's just a fun project, working with the historical sites with Masons. Unexpected, I think just getting to know all about the tavern, the history of it. We've had dozens and dozens of people stop by here to take pictures, tell us about the story that they've had growing up here, passing by the tavern, growing up in the area, coming and visiting the tavern. 115 years is a long time. There's a lot of history here.
Absolutely. Well, Devin, thank you for your time today. This has been really helpful and really interesting experience. So, I really appreciate everything that Findor's been doing to keep us safe and make this move really interesting. But we have one more Facebook Live, and we're going to be out on site at Old World, Wisconsin in a couple of weeks when the tavern is on site, reconstructed, and put back together, and you can see how it's going to look in its new home. And so make sure you follow us, Wisconsin Historical Society on Facebook. And not to mention, Old World's going to be open for this season in just a couple of weeks. So even though this experience isn't going to be open until next year, you can come check out the construction, and you can go online right now at oldworldwisconsin.org to buy tickets for opening weekend, which they're going fast right now. So get out there today. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks to Findor. Thanks to all of our donors and partners in this project, and we'll see you next time.